It was a cool morning in the small town of Greenfield. The sun was still hiding behind the hills, and the streets were quiet. Anna, a 24-year-old woman, was already awake. She always woke up early because she believed that mornings were the best part of the day. Anna's alarm rang at 6 a.m. sharp. The sound was soft, but enough to make her open her eyes. She stretched her arms and took a deep breath. The air in her room was fresh because she had left the window open the night before. She smiled and said to herself, "It's a new day." Anna always started her day the same way. She reached for her phone to turn off the alarm, but she never stayed in bed too long. No time for sleeping in, she thought. She knew that waking up early gave her more time to enjoy the little things in life. The first thing Anna did was go to the bathroom. She splashed some cold water on her face to wake herself up. It was her way of saying, "I'm ready for the day." She brushed her teeth carefully and looked at herself in the mirror. Her brown hair was messy, and she laughed. "I look like a lion in the morning," she joked. After brushing her teeth, Anna made her bed. It was a small thing, but it made her feel like she had already achieved something, even if it was just fixing her blanket. "A tidy bed, a tidy mind," she always said. By 6:15 a.m., Anna was in the kitchen. The kitchen was her favorite place in the house. It was small but cozy, with a round wooden table by the window. Every morning, Anna made the same breakfast. She liked to keep things simple. She took out 2 eggs, a slice of bread, and an apple. First, she fried the eggs in a little butter. While the eggs were cooking, she toasted the bread. The smell of food filled the kitchen, and Anna's stomach growled. "I'm definitely hungry," she thought. When her breakfast was ready, Anna sat down at the table with a cup of tea. She liked tea more than coffee. She looked out the window while eating her food. The sky was turning light blue, and she could hear birds singing. The quiet of the early morning always made her feel calm. After finishing breakfast, it was time for some exercise. Anna wasn't a professional athlete, but she enjoyed moving her body. She grabbed her yoga mat from the corner of the room and unrolled it on the living room floor. She followed a simple yoga routine that she had learned online. The stretches helped her feel more awake, and the gentle movements made her muscles feel good. "This is the perfect way to start my day," she thought. By 7 a.m., Anna's body felt energized, and her mind was clear. Next, she took a quick shower. The warm water was relaxing, and she felt refreshed when she stepped out. She wrapped herself in a soft towel and went back to her room to get dressed. Anna liked to keep her clothes simple, just like her breakfast. Today, she chose a comfortable pair of jeans and a light blue shirt. She brushed her hair, which now looked much better than it did earlier. She smiled at her reflection. "Ready to face the world," she said softly. Now that she was dressed, Anna checked her to-do list for the day. She always wrote her tasks the night before, so she knew what needed to be done. Today, her list was short but important. Work on a project for her job, call her mother, and visit the grocery store. Not too bad, she thought. She liked staying organized because it made her feel in control of her time. By 8 a.m., Anna was sitting at her desk, ready to start working. She worked from home as a graphic designer. Her job was creative, and she enjoyed making beautiful designs. But before she began, she opened her notebook and wrote down one thing she was grateful for. Today, she wrote, "I'm grateful for the peaceful morning." Writing something positive always put her in a good mood for the rest of the day. Her work wasn't always easy, but Anna liked the challenge. Today, she was designing a logo for a new company. She focused on the project for about 2 hours, making sure every detail was perfect. When she finished the first draft, she leaned back in her chair and smiled. "That looks good," she thought. At 10 a.m., Anna decided it was time for a short break. She stood up, stretched, and went to the kitchen to make another cup of tea. This time, she added a little honey to her drink. She sat by the window again, enjoying the warmth of the tea in her hands. The sun was now fully up, and the town was more awake. Cars passed by, and people walked on the streets. Anna liked watching the world move, while she stayed in her quiet little space. After her break, Anna picked up her phone to call her mother. They talked every day, even if it was just for a few minutes. "Hi, Mom," Anna said cheerfully when her mother answered the phone. "Hi, sweetheart," her mother replied. "How's your day going?" Anna told her mother about her morning, waking up early, having breakfast, and doing yoga. Her mother laughed when Anna mentioned her lion hair from earlier. "I used to have the same problem when I was your age," her mother said. They talked for about 15 minutes, catching up on small things. Anna's mother lived in another city, so these daily calls made them feel close. "Okay, Mom, I have to go to the store soon, but I'll call you tomorrow," Anna said before hanging up. "Love you." By 11 a.m., Anna grabbed her bag and headed out the door. The grocery store was only a 10-minute walk from her apartment, and she liked the fresh air. As she walked, she thought about what she needed to buy: milk, bread, and some vegetables for dinner. The streets were busier now, and she waved to a neighbor she often saw in the mornings. At the store, Anna quickly found what she needed. She liked to shop early because it was less crowded. After paying for her groceries, she walked back home with a small bag in her hand. When she returned, it was almost noon. Anna unpacked her groceries and put them away in the fridge. She felt good about how her morning had gone. She had woken up early, enjoyed a peaceful breakfast, completed some work, and even had time to call her mom and go to the store. Sitting down at the kitchen table again, Anna thought about how much she loved her morning routine. Waking up early gave her the chance to do so many things before noon. It made her feel productive and calm, ready to take on whatever the rest of the day brought. As the clock hit 12 p.m., Anna smiled to herself. The day was only half over, but she had already accomplished a lot. She felt proud of her morning, and she knew that this routine was something she wanted to keep forever. After lunch, which was a light salad with a sandwich, Anna decided it was time to take a break before getting back to work. She loved the afternoons, but nothing compared to the start of her day, when everything was peaceful. However, she had a small post-lunch tradition that she followed religiously. Anna always read for about 30 minutes before returning to her daily activities. Her current book was a mystery novel, something that kept her curious and helped her relax. She picked up the book and sat down in the armchair by the window. Sunlight streamed softly through the curtains, creating a cozy atmosphere. As she read, Anna became lost in the story, imagining the scenes as if she were there. Reading was one of her favorite ways to practice English, and it was a fun way to learn new words. After half an hour of reading, Anna felt ready to get back to work. It was now 1:30 p.m., and she wanted to finish the logo project she had started earlier in the morning. But before returning to her computer, she did one more important thing in her routine. She drank a large glass of water. Anna knew how important it was to stay hydrated, especially when she spent hours in front of a screen. "A hydrated mind works better," she often told herself. Back at her desk, Anna opened the project file and reviewed what she had done so far. She liked to make sure every detail was right before sending her work to clients. Today's client was a small clothing store, and they wanted a simple but modern logo. Anna focused on the final touches, adjusting the colors and the font. While she worked, Anna felt completely immersed in the creative process. Time seemed to pass quickly when she was focused on something she loved. By 3 p.m., she finished the project and felt a great sense of satisfaction. "It's done," she said aloud to herself, smiling. She sent the file to the client and eagerly waited for feedback. With the main work of the day completed, Anna looked at her to-do list one more time. Aside from the project and calling her mom, she had completed all her responsibilities. Now, she had some free time to relax before thinking about dinner. Feeling satisfied with everything she had accomplished so far, Anna decided to go for a short walk around the neighborhood. It was another part of her routine that she liked to keep, especially on sunny afternoons. She put on her sneakers and headed out the door. The afternoon air was warm, but there was a gentle breeze that made the walk pleasant. Anna walked through the quiet streets of her neighborhood, observing the trees swaying in the wind and the flowers in the gardens of the houses. During her walk, she passed by a small park where some children were playing. The sound of their laughter made her smile. There was something special about the simple act of going for a walk and seeing the world around her. As she walked, Anna also used the time to think. She reflected on her day, her goals, and what else she wanted to achieve during the week. The walk helped her organize her thoughts and clear her mind. After about 20 minutes, Anna decided to head back home. When she returned, it was already past 4 p.m., and she started to feel hungry again. Instead of having a snack, she chose to start preparing dinner early. Anna enjoyed cooking simple and healthy meals. For tonight's dinner, she planned to make grilled chicken with roasted vegetables. She always opted for light and nutritious foods that gave her energy without making her feel too full. She began by washing and chopping the vegetables, carrots, zucchini, and sweet potatoes. Then she seasoned the chicken with some herbs and a bit of lemon. As the chicken grilled and the vegetables roasted in the oven, the delicious smell filled the kitchen. Anna's stomach growled in anticipation. While dinner was cooking, Anna took the opportunity to check her email. To her delight, there was a message from the client about the logo project. The client loved the design and thanked her for the excellent work. That made Anna's day even better. Knowing that her work was appreciated always brought a sense of accomplishment. "I really love what I do," she thought, smiling. By 6 p.m., dinner was ready. Anna served her meal and sat down at the table once again, this time for dinner. She savored each bite, enjoying the moment of calm. For Anna, eating was more than just a necessity. It was a way to connect with the present, to remind herself to take care of her body. After dinner, she washed the dishes and tidied up the kitchen. It was one of the last things she did before relaxing for the night. When everything was clean and organized, Anna sat on the couch with a sense of peace. The day had been productive, and she had completed all her tasks. Now it was time to slow down and enjoy the rest of the evening. Anna decided to watch an episode of her favorite TV show. It was a light comedy that made her laugh and forget about the small worries of life. After the episode, she felt that it was time to start getting ready for bed.